Hello everyone, welcome to the CG Artist Academy, and this is the first part of the tutorial in which I'm gonna show you how to create this advertisement kind of like realistic kind of look and feel like I shared the promo 2 or 3 days back. So this is the final look we are going to achieve, and this is the process of 3 tutorials. So first tutorial will be how to create these drops in Houdini. So let's jump to the Houdini and start the process right away. We are here in Houdini. First of all, we need to create a geonode and rename it to Coca. Okay, double click to get inside the node, and here we will create a file node. Now let's select the can model, and I have a path here. Select that, and as you can see that my can is already imported in the scene, and if you want to download, you can also download it. It's free, and you can download from Turbo Squad, and it's completely free for download. Just you have to log in and download it. So from here you can download this model. So yeah, let's get back to it. And now what we need to do is create a normal node, and in here add normals to, you need to apply that as points. Let's connect that, and if you want to like apply these water drops for certain areas, what we can do is select your faces and just press delete, and it will create a blast node, and all you need to do is delete non-selected. So now you can apply those water drops in a certain part. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I just want to apply the water drops to the whole model, so I don't need that thing. And now we need to create a scatter node. Let's create it. So next what we need to do is we need to create a sphere. Okay, so let's add a sphere, and it should be a polygon, and frequency should be 5, and uniform scale, let's take it 0.1, and if I press Shift F, I can focus the sphere. Okay, so definitely we are gonna deform its shape, but for now it's fine. And next we need to create a copy stamp node. So copy stamp. Okay, and scatter should be this on the second point, and the sphere in the first input. So now you can see that my spheres are instanced on these points. Okay, but they are uniform. We need the variation. So we need the variation, and we need like this a little bit of deformation in these drops. Okay, so how are we gonna do that? We will create first of all we will create a attribute create node. So let's create that node first and connect in between scatter and copy. In here we need to change its name, which will be the P scale now. Okay, and nothing happened, nothing changed, because in drop down here is the attribute called value, it's 0. So if I press 1, so now you can see that we can get the same value again. So in here we need to add an expression to get the variation. So let's create that expression quickly. We need to randomize the points. So rand $PT multiplied by maybe around 1.3. Yeah, that should work. So we get the variation in the scale, but still the deformation is missing. So let's create that. Go to your sphere and press Shift F so that we can focus only on the sphere. Next what we need to create is we need to create a point warp. So let's point warp. Let's connect this point warp between a sphere and the copy stamp, and enable this, and let's dive into this. In here, let's create a turbulent noise. Connect its P to the position of the turbulent noise, and instead of 1D it should be a 3D noise. Okay, now we need to create a displacement, so displace along normals. Okay, and let's connect its noise to the amount and displacement position to the P. So now you can see that it's getting displaced. So you can change the values over here. You can change this frequency, how much displaced deformation you need. Okay, and you can change noise type also. You can whatever noise you like, alligator or the simplex, whichever. I like the simplex noise. Let's go with that and increase the frequency maybe around this, and amplitude should be 0.5 around. Turbulence would be 4 and roughness 0.3, and let's increase the frequency again. Yeah, so it's completely depend on you guys. You just need to experiment, and I guess this is fine for me. And now let's see from the instance point. Yeah, definitely it's working. Okay, so now it's not looking like just a sphere deformed drop, so it's looking more realistic now. But there is an issue in that it's looking somehow symmetrical. So if you see this shape, it's same rotation and translation value to it. Okay, if you see that it's looking uniformed, so we need the offset. Okay, so let's go into your point warp, and in the turbulence noise we have this offset option. So let's do that offset, but when I'm doing it, it's offsetting things not randomly. Okay, so we need the randomization in this offset also. So what we can do is okay, let's change the value around maybe, yeah, and promote this attribute. Let's promote it so that we can get the control outside over here. And now let's go to your copy stamp copy node, and in here you will get this option stamp. Enable this option stamp input, and here in variable we need to create a variable offset. So let's type offset. This will be the variable, and here in value 1 we need to type an expression. So let's type that. It should be fit random, because in attribute create we randomize these particles, these points. So same expression pt $pt, and okay, so expression is this. Let me bigger. Yeah, so it's done. And now go to your point warp, and in the offset values here we need to call this offset. So stamp our stamp node is this one, the copy one. So yeah, so it's working. It's getting the randomization offset. So let's copy this expression in all three. And now you can see that we have the randomized offset. So that way you can randomize your offset. So mostly it's done. We have like reached to that point. Okay, so now what we can do is we can definitely use this in the attribute create. We need to change this randomized point value. So definitely whatever the value you like, you can use that. Okay, so for me it's working at 1.3 and I'm getting the desired look I wanted to. Okay, now next what we need is we need to increase the droplet amounts. So how we can do that? Just go to your scatter points and here let's type 2500 and it will take a time to calculate, and voila, we get the increased droplets. So that's how I created the water drops. Okay, so you can see that I hope it was not that complicated. As far as my knowledge, we can create droplets by this setup, and if you have anything other setup in your mind the other way, because in Houdini there are multiple ways to do things. Okay, so you can follow this, or if you find some other process to create these water drops, then definitely you can do that also. And if you want to export, like in my case, I exported all these mesh to the to import in Maya. So what you can do is after this copy node, you can create a raw Alembic node. If you see my earlier tutorials, I always try to explain that how to export meshes. So in here you need to create that we need to export the single frame only. So in the render with take, select the main and select your output folder and just hit save to disk, and that's where you can export your mesh. Okay, so I hope you like this tutorial, the first part of it in which we have created the droplets. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe, press that bell icon so that you can get the notification as soon as I upload the videos. And in the second part, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create ice cubes with the two different ways. So take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next part. Bye bye.